Welcome to another episode of Wheel of Horror, the podcast where two best friends spin a wheel once a week. It chooses the horror movie and they discuss it. Today we're talking about 1981's Student Bodies, which was directed by Mickey Rose. I'm your co-host Alec.
I'm Erik, and with us for the first time is Roland from the Veterans with Benefits podcast. Roland, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited about going over this movie.
Yeah, Roland, we're very excited also to talk about this. I didn't even know this movie existed, but I want to kind of just first get into, how did you and Justin meet?
I think we met on Twitter, and I had him on the podcast.
Oh, okay, he's been on your podcast before.
Yep.
Oh, nice. What did you guys talk about on that? Was he there to cover a specific movie, or?
No, we were talking about his prior time in the service.
That's right. Yeah. So, do you want to tell us about your podcast then? Actually, that leads right into that. So.
No, my podcast is really just like a kind of like a comedy podcast geared towards the military side of life. And I just have every week I have guests on, and we just talk shit, reminisce like about stupid stories and things we witnessed, being in the military. It seems like a little niche, but I have a lot of civilians that listen to the show because even before I was in the military, I was always like kind of interested in like the military, like through movies and TV and stuff. So we just go. Honestly, like it's anybody can listen to it. You don't have to be in the military, but we just fuck around and just talk shit.
That's the perfect podcast for Justin. He's told me so many stories, and I literally cry laughing at his like when he first went on the bus. I don't know if he ever told you that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah,
dude, he tells me the funny like did he talk about the pine needles? Like how he got in trouble and one of his sergeants made him line pine needles up on the sidewalk. Stuff like that. I don't know. But dude, yeah, if anyone's listening, I'm definitely listening to Justin on the Veterans and Benefits podcast. Absolutely can't wait to listen to that. So go listen to anyone listening.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. Well, today, so we're talking about a movie that, Erik, had you ever heard of Student Bodies?
Nah, never heard of it.
Me neither, and I'm so surprised I hadn't, because I love older slasher films. I love 80s films in general, but just comedy films, horror films, and I was always like, oh yeah, there's a scary movie, of course, but I never even heard of this. So, Roland, are you a huge fan of this from childhood? How do you know about this film?
So, okay, you guys said it right in the beginning. This came out in 81. I was born in 81, but I didn't see this until I was 10. So, Student Bodies for me always holds a special place in my heart because we would have sleepovers, in the neighborhood when I was a kid, and we'd always rent these stupid ass B-rated movies. And one weekend we rented Student Bodies, and when we get into it, I there's some stuff I want to really talk about when we get into the movie, but I love this movie. I mean, it's not the best movie, it's not the worst.
No,
it's watchable.
Did it win any Academy Awards? Do we know offhand?
I don't think the Razzies were a thing in 81, but they might have won something. I mean, just for the horse heads in general.
The horsehead
bookends.
Yeah,
the horsehead bookend. Was that a thing in the 80s in shop class? Do people make? I was like, was that a thing, or is that just so random that this guy's obsessed with horse
feels so
bookends?
random. I mean, yeah. I don't think I had woodshop in high school, but we didn't make fucking horsehead bookends, dude.
we made a birdhouse. And
the
horsehead bookends is so specific.
Oh my god, that was so funny. I don't know why that got me laughing. And just the guy's accent. Was he from Boston? That was such a thick accent. Doesn't this take place in Texas?
Who knows, dude? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's too bizarre. It's all over the place. Okay, so you saw this as a kid, so you were super into it. So did you watch it throughout your life? Show it to people? Was it a big part of your life?
Fuck no. Dude, I have not seen this movie in 30 years until 2 days ago. I watched it a bunch of times when I was a kid, but from then on, dude, never again.
You meet your father-in-law for the first time. You're like, hey, you want to watch a movie? I got a great one.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I appreciate more of the jokes now than I did when I was little. This movie is meta, dude.
Oh, big time, yeah.
It's total meta. And I was looking up. I don't think around that time period there were any, horror comedies that I can remember.
The poster says, at last, the world's first comedy horror movie. So
there wouldn't be a scary movie without this, I don't think.
I don't think so either, dude.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Like the way he picks the weapons up at the beginning, that reminds me of that scene when he's chasing Carmen Electra and there's like a banana and the killer grabs the banana. It's like that's the same thing from Scary Movie to this.
When the clock, when the graphic comes up every time someone dies, you know, like the body count.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought that was funny. Like, dude, okay. One of the things I laughed out loud was that dog meowing.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, that made no sense, but it was just funny. Like they got these, like, this movie seems to me like, I don't know if you guys ever really watched the Three Stooges, but that type of humor, like that like 1940s, 50s humor, like it's definitely written into that script. Like when he's talking about the gum, oh, I should have killed that kid with the gum.
Yeah.
That's
Keep
stupid.
stepping on it. Yeah. It's so dumb.
Yeah, lines like that are so stupid, but it works.
Yeah. No, it really, well, you know, speaking of like Three Stooges, I did read somewhere, maybe I saw a video somewhere, they did say that like this isn't officially the first horror comedy. I guess Abbott and Costello Meet the Wolfman, I guess, or Frankenstein. I guess those were like the first horror comedies, but whatever.
This is the first slasher for sure.
Yeah, slasher, spoof, or whatever. Yeah, I thought it was actually pretty fun. I thought it started off very strong. Yeah, Eric, it was the first time you'd ever seen it too at this age. Like, what do you think?
I mean, I would have loved it more if I was 10, I'm sure. But it was hilarious. Malvert, the janitor guy.
Oh, my God.
Dude, like, I don't think a character like that can exist today. But I was, like, when he's in the blow-up doll and, like...
Yeah, doesn't he grab somebody's dick? Like, something was, like... He was so weird just to look at. I just wanted to, like, look away.
I guess I think he had a disease because he was like extremely skinny. I guess they donated his body to science when he died because he was like very tall and extremely thin. I think he had something wrong with him, but
well, he was double jointed too because he's like his arms are going every which way, and dude, I don't know.
Yeah, his like legs too. It looked like they were like a horse almost.
I looked him up. I guess his name is like the Stick, and like that's what he goes by. I'm the Stick.
Really?
Yeah, like, you go on IMDb, dude. It's Malvert the janitor, played by the Stick. What? He was in another movie. I forgot what else he was in. But like he was in like this and one other thing.
The Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah, for real. No, but what was he in? What does it say?
Oh yeah, I did look it up too, Eric. It was like a Nickelodeon thing.
Oh yeah, it was like something with like Uncle Joey from Full House or something. Yeah.
Yo, I don't know if you guys caught this, but I caught it, and I didn't really notice this for the first time watching this. But this movie might be ahead of its time, where there's a scene where they're in the parade. And they put a shot on the boy queen candidate. The camera cuts to him, like the two girls on the thing, and then there's like a graphic that says the boy queen candidate. I'm like, that would probably happen today.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. There were a couple things. They even said one line where they were like, "Oh, you're homosexual. It's the next upcoming thing." They said that one line too, and I was like, "Wow, this is 1981." Like, geez.
They're going for it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, hey, it was 1981. They're having fun. It was good. I thought it was pretty funny. I really did. Especially right in the beginning too, where it was just like Halloween, then Friday the 13th, then Jamie Lee Curtis's birthday. I was like, okay, I like this immediately.
Oh my God, yo, when he rubber bands the piece of chicken,
when he puts it like in the fridge again, like on top of the fridge.
The funniest part about that bit is when he just stands there, he looks down, he goes, "Huh, chicken."
Yeah, what? What the hell were these people doing? Like, what is? Do you guys know anything about the creators? Like, have you seen any of their stuff? Mickey Rose?
No,
I don't think he's done anything else really. Nobody has anything on their Wikipedia like at all.
The final girl in this looks just like 11.
Kind of, yeah, I can see that. Toby or whatever.
I looked her up too. She's literally that was the only thing she's ever done. Ever, she's never been in anything else. So I wonder, like, why.
I mean,
she probably did this movie and was like, I'm done. I'm just done acting. Like,
it looks like an expensive, student film.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely point and shoot. Like, they do a scene and say, all right, we're done. We don't have to do it again because, like, you get the extras like moving in the background and laughing and stuff like that. Like, you catch all those, like, but you let it go because it's a stupid movie.
Yeah, and you definitely know they only had one pair of those green gloves.
Oh,
yeah.
Why do you think they wore that? Was that just to like mask if it was a man or woman, or?
I don't know, dude. I don't know what the point with the gloves was.
Yeah,
it's like that was like the breathers like thing. We never saw his face, but we saw the glove, and it was like a whoodunit.
Yeah,
everyone has gloves.
I was telling you guys that me and my brother did a spoof of this, and we do the breather scene in this like movie we made when we were kids. I can't find it anymore. It's on VHS somewhere.
So you guys just like vulgar doing impressions? Like, what were you doing?
Yeah, pretty much. I remember, like, I had the camera. I walked up on my dad as he was like doing something in the garage, and I was like,
Oh my god, it's so weird. Well, I think it's a spoof from Black Christmas. Have you guys seen that?
yeah, yep.
Yeah, from 1974. Because he's like, that's pretty much what he is. But like, this guy was so like loud and over dramatic, and he's like, "I'm taking out my pee-pee." Like,
Why do I wear these boots? Like, these stairs are gonna kill me first.
I love that line, dude.
he's kind of like Hills Have Eyes mixed with Black Christmas, kind of. I guess
Yeah.
like over the radio and stuff like that.
Sugarless.
I think my favorite part was with the punch bowl, and like Malvert helped with the punch, and it's like Malvert P red. It's like what?
Yeah, where are these guys going? They're just
And he's drinking it.
well. That's why I love you saying like it's so crazy and like childish and stuff like that. But it's very funny. Like it is smart and stuff like that. But I love you saying, Roland, that it was like a student film because the guy that directed it was born in 1935.
God damn.
He was like pretty well.
There's
into,
your
like,
three. There's your Three Stooges and stuff for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. But he was like into his like 40s, I guess, when he directed this. So I don't know. It's kind of sad.
I mean, honestly, like, I can't think of another movie the only other movie I can think that would hold a candle up to this is Cabin in the Woods. Because Cabin in the Woods to me is one of the best movies of like the last 2 decades, at least horror wise.
Cabin in the Woods is it's so meta. I mean, it's funny, but like I think that's way smarter than this. I mean, I like this one, but yeah, I go with Cabin in the Woods.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, no, I'm definitely going Cabin in the Woods instead of this. But I'm saying, like, you don't get Cabin in the Woods unless you get this. Someone who's writing Cabin in the Woods had to have seen this movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, that's what I was going to ask you earlier too, Roland. Like, what's your history with horror? Like, what are you a huge fan, or are you just kind of casual?
Oh no, I'm a huge fan, dude. I remember seeing Freddy 3, The Dream Warriors in the theater, dude. Like,
really?
and I was real little. Like, I remember being like scared to shit from that movie.
Oh my god. Yeah, you must have been really scared. I'm trying to imagine a little kid in theater seeing that.
There's nudity in that. Then like the fourth quarter with the nurse.
Oh,
I always make that joke. Like, man, they held back on that nudity till the end of the movie.
To me, dude, I feel like I was born in the perfect time. I was born in 81. So like when, you know, the rise of like the horror movie, especially in the late 80s, early 90s, I was of age. So I could see all this shit. I'm still like terrified of Pennywise. When that 1990 movie came out, like I was their age.
The Tim Curry TV movie.
Yeah, like I'm still frightened.
Yeah, that was scary.
But yeah, horror for me, I love horror, dude. Like you're not gonna find a movie that I really am gonna shit on. And even if I shit on it, I still watched it because I wanted to watch a horror movie. Like that new what's that stupid ass movie with Justin Long?
Barbarian.
No. It's a way back.
Oh, Jeepers Creepers?
Jeepers Creepers. The first one's good. That one that just came out, trash.
He's in that one?
Oh, I'm sure.
He's not in it, but I'm just saying, like, that sequel, dude, come on. You got to do better than that.
Yeah. I didn't see that, actually. Is it like the remake, or is it an actual, like, a sequel?
It's got one of those corny-ass horror sequel names, like, you know, Jeepers Creepers, Rebound, or some shit like that. Like
Rebound.
Not even, like, Rebirth.
Recycled.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Huh. Yeah, no, I don't know. I haven't seen that series since the second one. I don't know.
We've never touched that movie on this podcast because of like the director and like, ugh, dude, don't Google that stuff.
Did you guys watch Terrifier 2?
Oh yeah, I did.
You did, Alec. I didn't see that. I saw Terrifier 1.
Bro, I only got 20 minutes through it and I couldn't finish it.
There's one scene that like will stick with you for the rest of your life. Yeah, so it's
the one that sticks with me because I watched it until then when he rips her hand off.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! I'm like, I've never seen anything like that. Like that was horrible. It's like opening up a bag of chips.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't. That was it. Yeah, that movie. Like Eric, I was telling him, I was like, you're a different person after you see this movie. Like you don't want to like. You remember it. You remember that scene forever. It scars your mind, kind of.
Aren't they called like paramedics to the theater and stuff for like people passing out and whatnot?
Yeah, I didn't see it in theaters, but it was brutal. Yeah. Okay, so you're a big fan then, Roland. So yeah, this is fun. So a lot of the references you got then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Eric, I mean you too. These are all. I mean you love like slasher movies, Eric.
Oh yeah, I love this. This was fun, and I was like, oh man, it felt just like Scary Movie, but older, obviously, and definitely a smaller budget because you don't even have Carmen Electra in the first scene. You know what I mean? But nah, it was good, dude. I liked it. I don't know if I'd see it again. I probably, if there was like a late night Halloween party or whatever, I'd probably put this on maybe because it's just like crazy.
Yeah.
It's definitely off the wall, but I mean, I don't know. I thought it was just like some of the dialogue just really got me though. Like especially the guys that were just so overly horny. I mean, like I know that's kind of they're spoofing the way that people talk back there, but they're like funerals get me high or like just
Yeah.
Yeah, that was way funnier at the beginning when like the kids like let's do it right here. It's like we're in the kitchen. Like let's go like upstairs. Like, like it's insane like how like teenagers you make them into like this like I need sex like like
yeah, all the jokes are escaping me now. But in the beginning, that guy is so overly ridiculously horny, but I love it.
and
So
he's like
fun.
baby powder and stuff. Like what the fuck? Like, what is he doing?
Oh, what does he say when he walks out of the bathroom? Like, hello, Miami or something like that? Something stupid.
Why? Oh yeah. And he's like singing like she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. What the hell? What is this movie? I'm sorry.
And those funky ass pants he was wearing, like, oh my, the clothes back there were the worst, dude.
Yeah, but there has to be a documentary or something like behind the scenes just explaining like what is this movie because like it's so obscure, it's so weird. I don't know. I just need to know more. How did it get made? I don't know. Just because literally you look at Wikipedia, none of these people have any Wikipedia. So like, was this the worst experience of all time where all the actors are like, I don't ever want to do anything ever again? I don't know. Just weird.
Okay, so I ask you guys something. Which is the worst movie? Student Bodies or Troll 2?
Oh man, I mean, Troll 2 is just
Troll 2 is worse.
Out of control. It's like they tried to be bad. This is bad in a different way, but like in like a joking way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this is like deliberate. I don't think Troll 2 was like. I think they were really trying to make a movie.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. 100%. I mean, there's just a language barrier thing with the cast only speaking English and the crew only speaking Italian, I think. Like, how does that... You can't make a movie like that.
You can't understand the director. Like, okay, like, sure.
Yeah. And he wrote the script in English, but he doesn't really speak English. Like, there's a documentary. Have you seen that, Roland? The documentary about Troll 2?
Oh, what is it called?
The worst... Or what is it? The best, worst movie ever made? It's like a documentary about it?
Yep. Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, I think Troll 2 is worst movie, but I don't know if I think I like Troll 2 more, actually. I think I do, but Student Body's like a better film for sure.
Yeah.
What's your guys like? Do you have a favorite joke, Eric? I feel like you have one written down.
I mean the punch bowl and the pee, but just like since accident, Malvert P Red. Like what?
My favorite joke, to be honest, was the when he's walking up the steps and he keeps getting stuck in the gum, and he's like, "I hope I don't die first."
Yeah, yeah. I don't like why. Why would he say that? Oh man.
So in my notes, I have all these like random words, just like jokes, and for some reason, I can't remember what this one is. I just wrote "Holy shit" with an exclamation point, but I have no reference to what I meant when I was watching it.
Was it like early in your notes or like farther down?
It's further down, but I was watching it in the dark. So, like, I don't know. I wish I could remember because I know I laughed when whoever said holy shit about something. God damn it.
Yeah, the plot got pretty weird at the end.
No, I also like when they're at the game, they're like, if you're not the killer, you can leave. Like Malvert's just sitting there and like he says something like, if both your parents are also brothers and sister, like you can leave. And then like Malvert gets like, what? And his arms are all like swinging around as he's like walking down the bleachers. It was just like, what is this movie?
The shop teacher looked like somebody. I thought the shop teacher was like somebody famous, or I'd seen him in other things, but I can't remember if I have.
I know I looked him up. He doesn't have Wikipedia either, so I'm like, who are all these people? I need to know more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But real quick, and the last thing I'll say about Malvert, but when like that prom scene or whatever, the dance scene, when he's dancing with the blow up doll, all I can think of is like, all right, this is like an 8-hour shoot day. Do you think this guy is like at one moment being like, what am I doing with my life? I'm dancing with a blow up doll at the kids' prom or whatever it is. I don't know. Like that was crazy.
It's like, hey, it's starting to deflate. Like, blow it up. He's just like, I have to do it. It's like, yeah. It's like, all right.
All these kids, these extras are giving me weird looks. It's like, yeah, well, the point. Do the double jointed cheese thing.
I got to think a guy that looks like Malvert probably isn't getting much work, so he's probably happy just to be there.
Probably.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, what did your friends think when you were a kid though? Like, did they like it or were they like, this is stupid?
No, we all loved it. I mean, because it was just one of those stupid movies you watch when you're little, you know, that just like you think you're watching something grown up because it has kind of grown up jokes in it, and I'm pretty sure there's a titty in it.
No, there wasn't because there's that one scene where the guy's like, "There's no nudity, no." Well, I guess he says no, like full frontal nudity. Remember that weird scene?
That's how he had to get an R-rated for the movie.
Oh, doesn't he look right into the camera and goes "fuck you"?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how they got the R rating because they didn't have anything else.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah. So it's just weird. I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, because it was. Oh, here we go. Must contain full frontal nudity, graphic violence, or explicit reference to sex act. So I don't know. That was just like so weird that's what they needed to get an R rating, but they didn't have any of that. But why wouldn't they have that in a slasher movie? That's like all it is.
Costs money.
I don't even remember seeing any blood.
No, all of the kills are like the beginning of Friday the 13th. Were just like freeze frames on people. That's like every kill.
Yeah, and trash bags.
Yeah, it's so weird. And then the girl at the end, when she has the blonde wig on, she just jumps out the window, right? And then she wakes up like it's Friday the 13th. And
Dude, that was the only cinematic shot of the whole movie when she jumps out that window.
Yeah, he's pointing up that stairs. What were they spoofing at the end when she's running
Wizard of Oz? Wizard of Oz. Like they're all. She dreamt that they were all different characters, and they actually were.
No, not that part. When she's running through like the maze, or is it like it was like
Dawn
a
of the
clown
Dead
or something?
Maybe The Shining. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They still use trash bags as like they're running out of props. I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know. I liked it. I'm still more of a scary movie fan, but I definitely enjoyed seeing what it looked like in the '80s to be spoofing a movie like it's so like present at that time. I mean, it was so popular then, so I don't know. It's cool to see it being spoofed in the actual moment.
Yeah, it's a good name for a movie too.
Student Bodies. Yeah.
It's a perfect name.
It's a good poster. I mean, yeah, it's like a hot girl. She's there. She's got the thing stuffed down her throat. You're like, oh, okay.
It's like, I don't know if you guys remember going to video stores, like especially when DVD wasn't a thing, but it was the box art that got you. So I mean, like that box art's cool. Like you'd pick that movie up even if you didn't know it was a comedy, and you'd watch it.
Oh yeah, that's like half the reason we started this podcast was like that aisle in Blockbuster, the horror aisle was just like
the Jack Frost box with like the it would switch.
Yeah, like
when you move the box.
Dude, my neighborhood video store, we didn't have a Blockbuster. We had like a little mom and pop one, so they got the weirdest shit.
Yeah, where are you from, Roland?
I'm from South Jersey.
Okay, nice. But yeah, the whole aisle of the horror aisle basically at the video store was like half the reason we did this, was just like, man, we'll like talk about all of those movies that we always saw, but I never did see this one. I never even heard of this one. I don't know why, because it does have such a cool box.
Well, you got to be older.
It's funny you said like I grew up at the best time, and you really kind of did. Like we're happy enough that we had a Blockbuster. I can't imagine like being 18 right now. Like it's a mess.
Oh yeah, dude. There's just too much, dude.
Yeah. You can always go back to this stuff, but it's just not the same.
No, hell no, it's not the same. It's not, you don't get that rush anymore of like, you know, bringing something home and like waiting to watch it and being a total asshole, not rewinding the tape.
I got a question. Why did the guy have I Love New York not on a t-shirt, but like tattooed on his body at the end?
I don't know.
That really, I mean, this movie is nuts. Like, I don't know. I'm thinking about it too.
It feels like there's a lot of inside jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it was such a shitty tattoo. It didn't look good at all. So like,
it was horrible.
You know what, dude? It's probably like, you know, you said like no one has a Wikipedia. These guys probably were like, we're never going to be able to do this ever again. Let's squeeze as much shit in this movie as possible just so we have something to watch when we're 80 years old.
And somehow got distributed by Paramount.
Yeah.
Insane. Well, there's also, do you guys know about the thing like Alan Smithy? You ever heard of that?
No.
All right, so Adam Smithy is something where like if a director or producer, somebody's like absolutely disgusted with this movie, they can use that as a pseudonym, and I guess they stopped using it after the year 2000, but this movie has produced by Alan Smithy.
Really?
So yeah, because they were so like, I don't want anything to do with this. There's a list of directors, you can look it up for like, or producers, directors, whatever movies. I can't remember. I think Dune from 1984 David Lynch might have done it, I think. But yeah, anyways, so so there's a producer on this movie that's like, I want nothing to do with this. Get my name off this shit.
Saw the final product and was like, no, take my name off there.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I never knew that.
Yeah, Alan Smithy. If you ever look it up, yeah, it's weird. It's an official pseudonym for directors who wish to just own a project. Coined in 1968 and was formally discontinued in 2000.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But it's, I mean, yeah, maybe if they like went on to become something, but you'd have to do it before this movie even really came out. So you're like, I have no faith in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, literally, they saw the final product, like, no, absolutely take my name off this. That's what happened.
I could see this movie being very popular if like someone like with some real talent took this movie, and made it. It probably would, because just the cinematography and just the costumes, they just look normal. You know what I mean? Nothing pops.
You know what it is? Nobody knows who these guys are. This like Mickey Rose is the writer and the director. Like if they had the people that did Airplane, which came out in like 1980, why don't they have those people direct a slash? It's like, hey, slasher movies are super popular right now. Just spoof horror. Just do that in 1981, and this could have been a franchise too.
Oh yeah, if you would have put some money behind this, I think people would know this movie exists. But the fact that like the budget looked like it was like $3, that we're talking about this right now.
And it's crazy. They even kind of like slap us in the face in the beginning, where they're just like, oh, every horror movie released last year made money, even though the budget was really low. And it's like, okay, like cool. And this movie made $5.2 million at the box office, but they don't show the budget. So
I'm curious what the budget is.
Dude, I want a documentary about this movie. It's bullshit.
Hey, if you got a documentary about this movie, I just want a credit saying we found out about this movie because of bang.
Absolutely. We 100% from Roland, from Veterans with Benefits. You're the one that introduces student bodies for sure. And like, here's the thing. I actually genuinely liked it. Like, it was very weird. It was refreshing to see a movie that just like didn't give a shit. Like, they just really didn't care. Not like they didn't care, like they cared about the product, but like they're like, we're gonna say and do whatever we want, even if it's an inside joke. Like that kind of level of we don't care. Not like, there's like the boom mic in the fucking shot. Like not like that.
Have you guys had an episode about the Phantasms?
We did the first one.
Ooh, that's a rough watch.
You don't like Phantasm?
I love Phantasm, but the first one is rough to watch. Like it's hard to watch. Not saying because like the gore or anything, just because it's kind of bad. Like until like the third one, it starts kind of getting watchable for me at least. Those Phantasms, when the tall man starts getting a lot older and he's like creepier.
Well, here's the thing: we've only done the first one, so if we do the second, because there was 5 of them, right?
Dude, I think there's like 8 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Well, the tall man just died fairly recently, which sucks. But if we do a sequel, if you ever want to jump on and do that one, just because the thing is, like, comedies are kind of tough to talk about. I know this is a horror one, but like comedies are always just like, I like this part, I like that part, or whatever. But for some reason, horror movies are just easier to go into.
Yeah. Well, in horror movies, there's beats, and it's easy to go along with those beats if it's a good horror movie.
Yeah, this movie was nuts, like all over the place, literally.
I guess this movie did kind of invent that like body count or whatever. Like when people would die, they would show that on camera. I guess that was something they invented, which is kind of noted for. So I guess that's something. But
no, it's a cool little original little gag that I was like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it reminded me of Clue a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. Do you guys have any last minute thoughts before we wrap up here on Student Bodies?
I think I'd watch it again with you, Alec, and we would probably find it more enjoyable the second time. I really do, if we ever did.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, if you're into this and you have not seen Student Bodies, go watch it.
Yeah, I think if you're a slasher fan, like especially 80s slashers, like you'll definitely appreciate it. I mean, it's like the scary movie of the 80s. So, yeah, it's fun. It'll have you chuckling. It really will. But Roland, thank you very much for joining us. And if you want to just tell everybody where they can find Veterans with Benefits?
Just fucking put it in your phone. It's going to be on everything. Spotify, Apple, Android, all that shit. This Monday coming up. I don't know when you guys are going to release this episode.
This upcoming Monday. So
okay, so this coming up Monday is going to be
19th.
my podcast season 9 finale. So if you like military jokes and shit, go check me out.
I just found Justin's episode from November. I'm listening to that right after this. I'm so excited to listen to this. He's so funny. So
no, dude, this was fun, dude. I really appreciate you guys inviting me to do this.
Oh yeah, dude, absolutely. Anytime if there's ever another horror film, because I mean we do one every week. So if there's one that you're like, I love this movie, just let us know. We'll throw it on the wheel.
How long have you guys been doing the show?
We started in October of 2020. We did an episode every day for every day in October.
Oh,
Yeah, never again. Bro, I was up at night, like at 3 a.m. watching Rosemary's Baby, and I'm like, I can't do this again.
yeah, dude. I have a rough doing once a week.
It was during the pandemic. We didn't have anything else going on but staying home, so.
How many episodes do you guys have?
This will be 285.
Holy shit! Yeah, I'm on episode 99 right now of mine.
Oh, you're almost at 100. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we started doing, we did 31 and 31, and then we were just having fun. We went to one a week or whatever after that. And then Justin was like, hey, can I do like new movies with you guys? So then we started doing 2 a week. I do 2 weeks. So I do one with Eric, one with Justin. So yeah, I mean, dude, it's a lot, but it's a lot of fun. And
I'm gonna have to scroll through your guys' library and see what you guys haven't seen yet.
yeah, exactly.
Ooh,
that's a
like
good
that.
idea. So yeah, scroll through that. Let us know, dude, because there's so many we haven't covered.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, thank you so much. And oh yeah, Eric, you gotta spin the wheel, bruh. You gotta spin the wheel.
Shit, I gotta spin the wheel. Damn it. Pulling up the wheel. All right, spinning. Total pivot from this movie. Casper the Friendly Ghost from 1995.
Jesus.
Real 180 there.
Yeah.
Roland, what were you in 14 when that movie came out? I'm sure you were first in line for that.
No, not at all. I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I think I was. I'm thinking I'm the same age as Christina Ricci, but I don't really remember seeing that movie at all.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too, but it'll be. You know, it's good. It's coming out right around Christmas, so.
Casper is in the same category as like Ghost Dad.
Was that Michael Keaton?
That was Eddie Murphy.
When the hell did that come out? Ghost Dad.
Early 90s.
Huh? Really?
Yeah.
Put it on the wheel, Alec.
Ghost Dad. I've never even heard of that. Holy shit.
I'm like the older brother you guys never had. All right.
I know.
You just like it. I like you, Roland. You're a cool guy.
Yeah. You're introducing us to Student Bodies and what was it, Ghost Dad?
Please don't watch Ghost Dad.
I'm texting him like, dude, what the fuck is this movie, man? All right, well, everybody, thank you very much for listening in today. Thank you, Roland, and definitely go check out his podcast, Veterans with Benefits, and we will see you all next week with Casper.
Woo! Casper.